We're going to look at back in the day technology resources. And it used to be chalkboards with chalk that would screech on the board, erasers to erase your chalkboard and start all over, making copies of notes and sharing them on a hard copy or a hand-turned Rizzo machine. We had overhead projectors with foils. They could be produced by hand, by writing on the foils, or making copies of the foils where you would feed the paper through a machine, and then that made the foil for you and you projected them. Or you had typewriters. Now that was different. Now if we look at current day technology resources, now the goal is to integrate computer resources into our instruction and learning. The steps that we used to use have become antiquated. So we want to have individualized learning methods that can cater to our learners, and it will not only help them learn, but the goal is to make learning fun so that students will pay attention. If they're paying attention, they will get more out of what you're telling them. They will get more out of what they're reading. They will get more out of their learning. Now we're going to start using digital devices in our classrooms. We're going to use word processors, PowerPoint presentations, games, and other tutorials. Using digital devices in the classroom. We select devices that our students can use with ease, like computers. They're comfortable with them and they can sit and enjoy them. We want to have students in an environment where they will want to learn. They're going to be sharing ideas with each other. Except that you may need multiple devices to help a student with different learning abilities versus having a one-size-fits-all approach. That will not work because one size does not fit all. Now, word processing software that's geared toward the project that students are working on could be Inspiration or Simple Mind. We're using calculators for simple math or Excel for spreadsheets and advanced math. You may go in and say, okay, I'm going to create an Excel spreadsheet. I want to go and separate this data. And while I'm separating it, I want to know who all was involved in the project we were working on. I want to know the people who were sitting in the blue section versus the red section, and so on. Other digital devices like text-based communications, that could be email, texting on your cell phone, or online chatting. We have audio and video, can be added by student recordings, and you can even add music if desired as part of your digital devices. We use graphic software like computer-aided design, Print Shop, Doodle Buddy. Taking it a step further, it could be, instead of CAD, computer-aided design, it could be CADM, computer-aided design and manufacturing. Because that's one thing that's used in industry, which is taken a step further than the computer-aided design of our students. Presentations are really popular, and they can be created with programs like PowerPoint, Keynote, and Prezi. We also have games and simulations that can help students integrate knowledge into their learning strategies. Computer-aided instruction can be drills and tutorials. That may also be games like Math Blaster as part of computer-aided instruction. Now, if we look at computer-managed instruction, There's different advantages that we could go in and explore, like learner participation. That way we've got the students participating. They want to learn something, and these materials will help maintain the students' attention. Individualized. Now, the individualization would come in and say, this is going to have the learning ability of the student in mind. It's not just going to be one size fits all. Special needs. With special needs, we would be able to help students who are a little bit slower. They're at-risk students, students with diverse physical backgrounds. We want to accommodate their special needs at their pace. Monitoring. We may need some record keeping to see how long are we keeping the students' attention. How long is it taking them to go through a lesson? Are they focused? Are they interested? Information management. We're going to go in and look at all kinds of information and see what students would be using. Multisensory experiences. We're using digital devices to look at diverse learning experiences. This can be audio, visual, instruction that's revolutionary, enrichment. That's what we're looking at now. Now, after we've gone over the advantages of computer managed instruction, let's explore the disadvantages. Now, the disadvantages are limitations as we see them. Copyright. We just can't go in and start using somebody's information without giving them credit, because we need permission. We need to know what's in the information that's confidential, and if it has been copyrighted, in some instances we need to get approval, or we need to write down this is the permission that we had, or we need to make sure we're giving credit to the writer of the information. Another limitation is high expectations. Sometimes you as a teacher or a student has unrealistic goals for getting knowledge just like that, because it's going to flow right into their head. They're not going to have to work, and that is key. Nothing comes without some level of work. Complex. How difficult is it to understand the instruction that you want the student to get? Lack of structure. Students may need different levels of structure based on what their learning ability is. They may make poor decisions about, this is what I can learn in 10 minutes, and it may take 2 hours. It may be something complex that they need to sit there and read and understand. And all reading will not be something that they're going to enjoy. Integrating technology with learning. What is ideal is integrating technology into the curriculum. We want ease of use technology, not something that's going to be hard and complicated and just turns the students off. We want to use multimedia. We want to have our students using drills or games to practice what they've just learned. We want independent learning for all ages of our students. We want to challenge gifted students with their learning abilities, take them a step higher. We want to challenge students to design courses. We want to make sure that we're reaching students with learning disabilities as well. Software selection. Now, for your software, You need to make sure first that you understand the operating system of your computer. You want to select software programs, or another word for software programs is applications, that's going to work on your operating system. You need to know if you're PC based or you're Mac based. If not, your software is not going to work properly, if it works at all. Now, select software that's geared for the age of your student. If you're working with a 10-year-old, please don't give them software that's for 14 to 15-year-olds or older. Make sure your software is both age appropriate and it is easy to use. Hardware. Please know your computer. We have computers, laptops, smartphones, and tablets can all be used for sharing technology while we're learning. Remember, we want to integrate the technology into our classroom. Use something that a student can get their hands around, something they can enjoy. We have input devices like the keyboard, the mouse, stylus, a joystick, a graphic tablet, a probe, a scanner, a microphone, and a camera. We have output devices like displays, digital projectors, speakers, printers, and peripherals such as Lego Mindstorm robots, remote control vehicles, and flying drones. The Lego Mindstorms will be replaced by the Lego EV3 robots in January of 2016. A central processing unit, or a CPU. Know what the capability is of your CPU on your computer. Make sure you're not using software that's going to bog down your hardware. Memory. Read-only memory, or ROM, R-O-M, and random access memory, or RAM, R-A-M. Please make sure you have enough memory on your computer to handle the program that you're running. Removable storage devices like a USB, which is a universal serial bus, or we call them flash drives, or we call them jump drives. Or you may use portable storage devices like a 1 terabyte external portable storage drive as part of your hardware. The digital classroom. The digital classroom could be a single device classroom where the teacher is using the computer or the tablet and they're projecting the information to the students on something like a blackboard, an electronic blackboard, or a bright link, and they're using a pen. Or multi-device classrooms. And in a multi-device classroom, the students are sharing computers. You may have 3 or 4 students or more on a computer. A technology cart in a classroom could have laptops, and it could have 25, 30 laptops, enough laptops for every student in the class. Or we may have a technology lab. Yes, everyone has their own computer. That would be so great. Then we could all go at our own pace. That is also key. Innovations on the horizon. 3D printers, or fabbers, are being used more. That is a unique nickname for a 3D printer. But fabbers means it's being fabricated. It's fabricating whatever your design is that you want to share. Traditional 3D printers used to be the size of a room, like our first computers. There's a company in Raleigh, and they have 6 3D printers now in the room, and they're going to get more when they move to the new buildings next year. Can you imagine that? Now, these printers now are about 12 feet tall, about 10 feet wide, and about 4 feet deep. So they're not small either. This company provides prototype models for parts all over the country. Smaller 3D printers can be bought now at Sam's Club or online at different places like Amazon. My son's 3D printer has been used for making business trinkets, pink ribbons for breast cancer support, and other customer needs. In summary, we would like to remind you that computers or multiple mobile devices are fantastically great instructional technologies. The teacher can determine what methods of learning is used in their classroom and best fits their students. Students can explore more learning methods by use of our technology, like their cell phone. They may be sending emails back and forth with their cell phone. They may be using a tablet, or they may even use the computer still. Technology labs are growing in popularity to provide each student with their own computer, which helps them learn at their own pace. A mobile cart with laptops is the next best thing if a technology lab is not available to help the students. Thank you.